Hey, what's up, guys? This is Tony McBride, also known as Tony the Screenwriter, coming back at you again today. I'm getting into the social media deal. This week's topic is going to be about social media. I'm going to try to be more of an avid social media person this year and moving forward for you guys. I know I started way back in 2024 with my very first video cast, and I did it off. I did it about once a month, and then I went into 2025. Then it was once a month, then it became once every other month, and then it became once every 3 months. Then it was like I stopped it. So I'm trying to be more consistent. So what you guys can do is check me out every morning, Monday through Friday, around 8:39. I upload my video, which is going to give you my helpful tip for the day. It used to be 3 minutes, now it's 60 seconds. I was told to reduce the time limit on my videos from 3 minutes every morning to 60 seconds. You guys pay more attention that way. And I'm also going to give you a weekend uh, session, which is about 20 to 30 minutes long, where I talk to you about various topics in screenwriting. And on top of that, I'm going to have a video course. It's called All About Screenwriting, and it'll give you various lessons on how to become a screenwriter and to how to start screenwriting, pretty much. And This past, well, actually yesterday, I did my very first lesson, which is why are you here? And it really went into depth about what is your purpose as a screenwriter? What are you trying to accomplish, and how are you going to achieve that purpose? That was the number one step that you could achieve. I mean, that's the number one step that you need to conquer as a screenwriter. Figuring out why are you here, and I went over that in depth. It was about an hour long. I uploaded it. It's in my course now. You can find it on my YouTube channel. Uh, and that was that. So I'm going to be doing all about screenwriting. I'll probably do a few of those courses throughout the week. And I'm trying to have more of a robust YouTube channel with a lot of content, just to make sure you guys are entertained. And again, I'm Tony the Screenwriter. And what makes me different from other, I guess, screenwriting channels is that a lot of the other screenwriting channels are specifically for analyzing scripts, talking about the industry, analyzing more scripts, analyzing TV shows. And yes, I do plan to do that to some extent in the future. And those are very valuable. I subscribe and watch those guys and follow those guys as well. But what I do as Tony the Screenwriter, I'm just taking you on a journey on what it's actually like being a screenwriter. If you guys that are in Hollywood that are just starting out, or you guys that are live, outside of Hollywood and you're thinking about moving to Hollywood, I tell you what it's like to live as a screenwriter. As you can see behind me, I live in very humble means. I'm broke. So one of the things that can happen as a screenwriter is that you are financially strapped. And I kind of showed you how I live, and where I live in my building, and how I live currently, and uh, what to kind of avoid as a screenwriter. You definitely want to have some kind of financial means. So I'm showing you how I live. I take you on places where I go. I take you on meetups that I go to. Last week, I took you onto a camera operator meetup that I went to, and I kind of showed you around what it's like to meet camera operators and meet people involved in the filmmaking process. Because as a screenwriter, you're not the I mean, I know you feel like it sometimes that you're the only person and that you're in a room by yourself, which you are, but you work with a lot of other people in the filmmaking process. So I showed you camera operators a few months ago. I took you to Cinegear. Well, actually, a pre-party, not the actual Cinegear. I took you to a cinema expo, and I also took you to a screenwriting meetup about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So that's what this channel is about. It's going to teach you exactly what it's like being a screenwriter in Hollywood. which I don't think there are too many other channels that can do. They can offer you that. So my offer to you is, this is my offer, is that you're going to get an in-depth look in Hollywood into the life of a screenwriter, so you can know what pitfalls to avoid when you get to Hollywood or while you're living in Hollywood, and you can kind of know how to approach the life of a screenwriter on both the creative and a professional level. So that's what Tony the Screenwriter's channel is for. Okay. So with that, I want to talk about this week's discussion. Social media. Like I said, I started my social media exploits as a screenwriter in 2024. I tried to continue in 2025, but trailed off. And I trailed off on the video side, but I did kind of do the newsletter, and I was doing the newsletter about once a month, and I kind of was consistent with that last year. This year, I was more consistent, and I went from once a month newsletter to once a week. I did no videos. The only videos I did was an occasional, that meetup or an event that I would go to. I would take pictures of myself and just post them on Facebook. Nothing really consistent. No real target. No real purpose at all with the video content. And then something just struck me about 2 months ago, or sometime around June. I just decided to just said, Tony, just get up and give screenwriters, just talking to the microphone, because so many times I would go into YouTube and I would see guys in their t-shirts and their boxers, they're sitting in their living room, they're sitting in their basement, and they're just talking to the camera, and they have like 100,000 views. They have 100,000 subscribers. They got 1,000. They got like 8,000 views. They got like silver and gold plaques in the background. They're monetizing their channel. They're having an outreach. They're having an impact on people, and they're in their tank tops. Some guy didn't even have a shirt on that I listen to just about every morning. And you know what? I'm connected to those guys. They can be in their t-shirts, they can be walking their dog, they can be, you know, eating cereal for all I know, and talking while they're eating cereal. And you know what? I connect to those guys. I easily connect to those guys to whatever they're talking about, because they're so authentic. What they're saying is very real. So I want to kind of give that to you guys as a screenwriter. And I want to, in doing that, I'm going to improve my social media output. So this year, what I'm trying to do, a morning motivation Monday through Friday. Um, Monday through Friday, first thing in the morning, about 8:30 in the morning. I'm uploading videos. They're going to be about 60 seconds long. I may have a 3-minute version that goes along with them, and I may post them up. But right now, I'm going to have shorts. They're going to be called my shorts, and then I'm going to have long form version of those shorts, which will be maybe 3 minutes long. And then every week, I'm going to post something like this, where I spend about 20 minutes talking about whatever I want to talk about regarding screenwriting. Okay, so look out for my shorts. Look out for my long form, where I talk about weekly subjects. Look out for my educational series, all about screenwriting. And also be on the lookout for my newsletter. It's available on LinkedIn, Tony the Screenwriter. Look me up on LinkedIn. Subscribe to my newsletter. Also subscribe to my newsletter article on Substack. If you guys do that, Anthony McBride on Substack, or Tony the Screenwriter. Okay, and that's my social media plan, and I want to stick to it, at least. I mean, definitely through the end of this year. I want to keep, making good videos, making good content, connecting with you guys. But what's going to be crucial is you guys commenting. As much as you can comment on this, as long as you're not, too negative and mean. I would appreciate all. I would appreciate all comments that you guys can give me, and no matter what. And I'm really here for you. So that's the topic of this: is social media. Social media is my topic. And I plan on engaging all channels. So when I upload my shorts, I upload them to YouTube. I upload them to my Tony the Screenwriter channel or page on Facebook. You can find me on TikTok as well, Tony the Screenwriter, and on Instagram. So whichever platform is for you, you can find me there. And it's really good because it's really, as you know, a person that's into entertainment and film, social media is a great training ground for me because it allows me to make content and kind of film it myself and get into the habit of filming stuff and editing stuff. And hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be really comfortable in using this thing that I bought, this tripod that I'm using right now. And I'll probably be using this thing with my iPhone to kind of film stuff and kind of take you guys along. And while I'm doing that, I'm working on my filmmaking skills. Hopefully, I'll be able to work on camera movement and start getting AI involved and getting some animation involved, and start improving my level of content and connecting with you guys, and hopefully not educating you guys and entertaining you guys. So hopefully you guys start liking this stuff, and hopefully by the end of this year I'll solicit some, some funds where I can start making shorts, and I'll start putting my shorts up here on the channel, and you guys can check that out. And this stuff is kind of fun, This isn't all work, you know. Even though it is, a lot of effort, and I try to emphasize that there's a lot of effort in this stuff. This stuff is kind of fun. I mean, I actually like going out and talking to myself, was actually talking to you guys and taking people along and having a blast. I like going to the meetups. I like going to the meetings. I even like going to the library once in a while. I took you guys on a library tour with me this week, and I'm going to take you guys everywhere I go. So that's that. So I'm going to. So this social media is kind of a new venture. I didn't really do it consistently as much as I wanted to in the past. But as I started watching more and more YouTube over the past few months, I've just seen how these guys are monetizing this thing and really reaching out to people and really making a difference. And I really wish I would have done this years ago, because right, if I would have done this years ago like I should have, I would probably be monetizing right now, because I kind of did it like days ago, and I looked up and I had about 1,000 followers on my Facebook page, my original Facebook page, and didn't even know it. And when I started my LinkedIn page for Tony the Screenwriter, I think I have I don't know, I think I have about 2,500 followers, but I have a lot of people following me, connected to me on LinkedIn, like all the time. People are always connecting with me on LinkedIn, and I have a lot of people. And what I need to do is just try to find a way to monetize it via social media. So you can catch me on LinkedIn as well, and I put up the same amount of content. I put up my shorts on all of my social media channels just to make sure I reach out to all the people. And I usually have connect with me social media links on all of my content. And yeah, you guys can always connect with me on social media. I'm trying to figure out a way to create the buttons like the other guys do. But the social media thing is very very serious. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very serious. I actually heard of one guy that was a social media influencer for the screenwriter side. Get picked up. He got picked up by Paramount. He got picked up by Paramount, and then I think they're writing the screenplay right now. They're writing a screenplay for Paramount, some kind of thriller. So Paramount, if you're out there, and if you want to, if you don't mind working with the bald-headed guy that has about 16 scripts and 5 pilots, I'm here for you. Actually, my horror scripts have been getting a bit of traction. I also write war flicks and I can actually write your next Transformers. So Paramount, if you're out there, I know you're busy with the Warner Brothers deal, but if you're out there, I'm here for you. Uh, and that's that. So I think this is Saturday. I'm speaking to you guys on a Saturday. In a few minutes, in about an hour or so, I got a comedy writing class through Stage 32, and I really like it. The guy, he's an Emmy nominated writer. He's teaching us all about how to write comedy pilots. I'm trying to spice up my comedy pilot. I already spiced up my pitch deck about 2 weeks ago. I'll be spicing up this pilot pretty soon. But yeah, so the topic this week is social media and my social media exploits. You can check out my newsletter on LinkedIn and Substack. It's talking about my social media exploits. I actually had I put my article into AI, and AI kind of helped me write the article, and I think it looks pretty cool. I usually hand write my social media articles, but now I'm going to try to have AI help me out with it because I want to pump these bad boys out quickly. I want my voice in it, but I'm doing this beta testing for AI, and I've been working with this extensively, and I think it may know my voice. And I'm going to use that to create my social media articles. And I have been using AI a lot for social media because it's been creating some really cool graphic thumbnails for me and some images. It creates all the images that I use on my social media articles. And it's been helping me so far, kind of giving me some advice on how to approach this social media thing and getting more subscribers and more views. So far, what I've heard is that the shorts are good. I need to redo my shorts and trim them down to 60 seconds and then kind of coincide them with long form like these right here that take, 20 to 30 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. Shorts and then long form. A lot of the times when I take you guys on trips, for my birthday, July 25th, I took you guys out to my birthday and with me and for my birthday I went to a veterans event. And I got a few views. I mean, I got about 600 views. Not that many to a prime time, but it's one of the top viewing videos that I've had. So apparently, you guys like going out on trips with me and hanging out in LA. So that's that. Let me see what else. I'm going to try to upgrade the microphone eventually and get one of those big microphones that they have. I need to probably get a new desk because my desk is too narrow. Then to kind of have a nice good setup, and then figure out how to do a background, some kind of background where I can do some kind of background, give you guys some kind of background. But you know what? I don't know if I want to make my videos too pretty because, like I said, I see a lot of guys doing plain videos, no frills videos, not a lot of graphics, and not a lot of production stuff. And they get just as many likes as guys that don't do it. And again, I feel a strong connection to I feel a strong connection to these guys when they just do these videos like that. You know, so that's that. I'm also going to probably, if I can, once I learn how to edit these videos, I'm going to try to do some videos where I'm showing you what I'm working on, like show you some of the graphics of the projects I'm working on. Right now, I'm doing a hospital series, and I'm doing a hospital series, and I want to, kind of introduce you guys to that. So I'm just learning the social media stuff right now. I'm kind of satisfied just throwing the shorts up and the long form up, but I really want to kind of insert some graphics in there to do case studies and script studies and show you what I'm working on and get myself out there, but also educate you guys as well. So that's my social media exploit, my social media video, my social media exploits. That's my video of the week. Again, subscribe to me on all social media channels, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook especially. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this video. Let you know what you think of me. Give me some suggestions to things you want me to talk about. Uh, like this video. Share this video if you have to. And you know what? I appreciate you guys coming in, and let me know if you need anything. I'm Tony McBride, the screenwriter. Tony the screenwriter signing out. Peace.